Actions and Stuff is Minecraft Bedrock Edition's best resource pack, but there are many features that you probably don't know about, which is exactly what I want to showcase today. Starting with some of the animations, as one of the main parts of our Actions and Stuff is the different player animations. For example, I have a different punching animation, different crouching animation, and different sprinting animation, but it also comes with some custom diving textures. So normally, we'll just fall into water like that. My arms move a little bit, but if we fly back up this wall, and I do it, but as soon as I fall, I crouch, you'll see that I actually dive bomb into the water. We also get all these really cool bubble particles, which pop and have really cool sounds to them as well. That's a really nice effect. And if I was to use a boat on water, you will see that we get these really cool wake particles behind us as we row, which has a really nice effect to it. I love the way it sort of fades away as well. That's a really nice detail. And I've also broken all those lily pads. Which moves me on to the next feature of Actions and Stuff. As you can see in my main hand, we've got 3D item textures for when you hold different things. It even works for things like a pale oak boat with chest. That's got a 3D item. Same with a firework and obviously the lily pad. And it's pretty much any item. If we go into the creative inventory, a honey bottle, that looks really good. And it also has a custom animation, which we'll get more into in a bit. What else? Sea pickle, that's 3D. Same with those torches. I love the like flame animation on that as well. What else should we try? Let's try a bed. Okay, it's a red bed, even though I'm holding a yellow one for some reason. It's still got like an animated texture to it. That's so cool. What else could we try? Let's get a lead, totem. Let's get a goat horn, a bundle, and let's get a red tulip as well. The lead, yep, that's got a 3D item to it. It's almost, oh, it's wrapped around my shoulder. That's quite cool. The totem, that looks cool. I like how it goes sort of invisible as well. That's obviously because you don't really want to have to see the totem all of the time. The goat horn, that's got a really cool texture. And we hold it up to our mouth as well. That's fun. The bundle, oh, I really like that bundle texture. Shame it doesn't show up when we throw it on the ground, but that's a really nice texture. Looks just more like a bag. And then we've got the red tulip. And this is the same with all the flowers. They have like a little bit of dirt underneath them, which is such a nice detail. And obviously this is the same for other flowers, such as these sunflowers. The cactus flower doesn't have one. That's got a really cool 3D texture anyway. The eye blossoms do. That looks really cool. I like the little glow in your hand as well. The wither rose has a bit of soul sand, which is such a nice detail. The dead bush has a bit of dirt. The leaf litter I really like. It's like a little basket, well, of leaf litter that we can place down. Oh, it uses both hands as well. That's such a nice detail. I also really like this texture of leaf litter. It's much more vibrant. And I just love that we can use both hands for it. And then we've got pink petals as well, which is a similar design. And obviously we use both hands for it, which is such a nice added detail. I especially love that it showcases what's on your actual hand. As you can see on my left hand, on my Bedrock Edition skin, I've got a watch on. And it will actually showcase the watch, which is a really cool added detail. Now another part of Actions and Stuff, which has loads of cool textures, is the wolves. As you can see, if we tame one, they've just got these really cool designs to them. We can sit them down obviously, and they sort of lay down. And then over time, I believe they fall asleep as well, which is really cool. Although I don't know if this guy will. Oh, he's dropped his tail. He also blinks, which is really nice. Oh, he has fallen asleep. That is so cute. And I love the little Z particles that come off him as well as he does sleep. Additionally, wolves have some other textures as well when standing up. Or some more animations when standing up. I also just love this design with the texture. So this guy just seems like he's walking around. I believe he does other things as well. Yeah, he's like jumping around. That is so cool. I just love how animated the wolves are in this pack. But before I continue taking a look at some more secret features of Actions and Stuff, make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a channel member to see previews of videos early. Also, look how cute this little chick is. It's like a baby version of a chicken with Actions and Stuff. It just looks so cool. Although I'm not able to spawn one right now. Let's get some seeds quickly and breed a few chickens. Also, the seeds have a really cool texture to them. I love the heart particles as well. But look how cool the little baby chickens are with Actions and Stuff. These guys are adorable. Now, one thing you've probably noticed in today's video is the fact that we have a texture pack on. Obviously, Actions and Stuff is a big texture pack, and you can play it with or without the vanilla textures. And right now, using the Actions and Stuff texture pack, we've got access to a load of secret blocks. All you need to do is gather a few half slabs, and we'll just take a look at some of the different designs quickly. Get some wooden ones. Let's get a copper one. Resin, why not? Now we just need to place them down, and as you can see, we get different designs for a double slab. So for example, this is a birch double slab. That's cool. Mossy cobblestone slab turns into like a mossy cobblestone brick, which is cool. What does the copper one turn into? That's like a smoother version of copper. The blackstone, that's almost like a blackstone tile or something. Resin brick turns much smoother. Obviously, that's what a resin brick looks like normally. We've got a smoother version. That's the endstone. That looks so cool. I mean, obviously, let's get... Where is endstone with this Bedrock menu? You can tell I don't play Bedrock Edition that often. And I'm going to have to search it. Endstone. There we go. And we can compare the two. So that is made out of double slabs. And then that is made out of full blocks. but both have really cool textures. And that's because you don't really tend to build stacking up with double slabs, which means you've got access to like 60 brand new blocks. And because they're all so good, let's take a look at a few more. This is a red nether brick, and that literally turns into like a stone brick texture. That's so cool. Same with the brick ones. What does the purple one turn into? Oh wow, just like a really smooth purple block. That's nice. I really like this cobble deep state one. That looks a bit like dark prismarine. Got the mud brick, although that looks just like a regular mud brick, so I don't know if that's changed. The copper, that's a really nice weathered design. Tough slab, that turns into like a dark prismarine texture. Then that's bamboo, although it looks more like a brick now, which is honestly really nice. Another fun feature of actions and stuff is all of the custom name tag textures. For example, naming a villager bunny will give it rabbit ears. Villager 32 will create an error villager. Dapple will turn an iron golem into like a spy golem. You can call a pig mucky or muddy. Get chicken jockey chickens. Turn a creeper into a pig. And I've actually made a full video showcasing all of these before, so if you want to check that out, make sure to do so after this video, where I go through all of the different secret features from the name tag. Additionally, you can actually get props with actions and stuff, like we've got a globe, and these aren't actually blocks, these are just an armor stand holding different things, and I've made a whole video about that as well. Like you can get piles of carrots, which I've just broke, simply using a renamed armor stand, which is once again another video I definitely recommend checking out, as I don't want to go too in depth with all of this because I've showcased them all before. Same with the armor stand textures, which look really cool. I love the leather armor look on it as well, which we'll take a look at in more detail in a second. And we've also got loads of custom hat textures as well. For example, I've got a hay bale on my head using the /replace item command, and now I've got a farmer's hat, which is such a cool design. But let's take a look at the armor more closely, which, if you have the texture pack enabled, will have custom designs. This is the leather set of armor. That looks really cool. I love the sort of leather hood we have now. And now let's get out our chainmail armor, which is fairly similar to vanilla Minecraft. It looks almost like a knight's armor, which is really cool. This is the iron armor, which that looks even better. That looks so nice. Now, what does gold armor look like? That looks very similar to the iron, but once again, looks really good. Matches my watch as well, which is a nice detail. Diamond armor, once again, looks great. I like this sort of almost glow it gives off. That's really nice. And obviously, we need to check out netherite as well, which, as expected, that looks so cool. I haven't even seen that before. I love the sort of horns we now have on our helmet. I love the brown elements to it as well. Maybe that's inspired off of like the netherite scraps or ancient debris or something, but that armor set looks so cool. And another fun part about this pack is all of the different tools and weapons of different designs. So let's, I guess, just take a look at all the swords quickly. You have the iron, gold, diamond, and netherite. As you can see, all have slightly different designs, which is cool. Like this gold one's got more on the hilt of it. Same with this diamond and the netherite ones. And they've all got custom sword swinging sounds as well, which we can take a look at. And as the rarities of the swords increases, they have different sounds. So for example, the wooden one, well, sounds much more wooden, whereas the diamond one sounds much more like metal. Additionally, other tools and weapons have designs as well, such as these shears, which look more like a pair of scissors. They've also got custom like clipping sounds. That's a really nice detail. Trident's got its own design as well. And then obviously we can charge it back and throw it. For mace, we've got a 3D mace, obviously. That's really cool. With a really cool animation when I kill a mob as well. For bow, which fully charges back. And it makes a sound when it's fully charged, which is really nice. So you know exactly when to fire. Then we've got the crossbow, which goes like a 3D arrow into it. That's a really nice design as well. And then we've got the shield, which is almost completely off your screen, which I actually really like as a feature. It means you can have a shield in your offhand without having to worry about it covering half your screen at all times. Even things like compasses have their own custom designs as well. I love that 3D animation to it. Same with the recovery compass and the clock as well. We've also got custom animations for the different tools. For example, the axe is more like chopping, whereas the pickaxe is sort of up and down. And then the shovel is literally like flicking the dirt behind me almost. That's a really nice detail. And it works the same if we hit mobs with it as well. Sorry, chicken. Another feature we can take a look at is the eating animation. So I've got a bit of cooked salmon here. And as you can see, it slowly depletes as we eat it. Same with something like dried kelp, which goes really quickly. Same with a piece of steak. This works in third person as well. And then we've got rabbit stew. Oh, we literally like drink that and it like slides into our mouth. That's a really cool detail. And raw cod as well, which as you can see, it almost reveals a bone when we eat it, which is a really nice detail. And obviously this drinking animation works with potions as well. We sort of pop the cork off, drink it, and then we get the potion effect, which has a really cool effect in third person as well. As you can just see, there was like particles that go around me. Then obviously drinking milk has a similar effect where we literally like pour it all into our mouth. And we can't take a look at milk buckets without taking a look at the axolotl bucket, which has like a live axolotl inside of it. So if we fly up here, for example, if you keep an eye on my right hand, as we fall, the axolotl begins to panic. I really like this effect. And then obviously we can get onto the ground, and as we jump, it's animated as well, which is such a cool design. And probably one of the best parts about this resource pack. Another cool feature of this pack, which should definitely be in vanilla Minecraft, is when spawning in Allays, they'll have this really cool trail behind them as they fly, which is such a nice effect. And you can also spawn in gold ones, just in creative mode with the spawn eggs, or I guess encounter them in survival, and they have custom gold trail particles as well, which looks so cool. And it's probably the feature I'd like to see most in vanilla Minecraft. But which feature today has been your favorite? Let me know any other secrets you may know about actions and stuff, and let me know if you use actions and stuff in your own survival worlds. But if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe.